Hi, it's Lisa Cuneo and welcome to my scrapbook table. Today I'm making a layout to participate in a hop with the Facebook group called Rediscover Your Stash with Sara. And our product focus for July is wax seals and flair. So I am going to make a couple wax seals to go with this layout. So I have my supplies out for that. This hop is actually happening on my husband's and my 37th anniversary. So I thought I would do a picture that I took of us a couple weeks ago at a baseball game. I like these numbers, but they're the wrong color. So I'm going to try putting some copper embossing powder on top of them and see if that works. If it doesn't, I will just cut a 37 with some dies that I have, or I'll stamp it. Something like that. I'm also using a sketch from Ginger's Corner, and she's been hosting Speedy Scrapbooking all month, and I thought I had the sketch out so I could show you, but I don't, but I will pop it up on the screen. And when you see it, there's several strips over here, and while this is not exactly like that, it reminds me of that sketch. I had that sketch out earlier today, and when I was going through some papers that I was thinking of using, I saw this and like, I think I can make that work. So even though it's not the same as the sketch, I believe it was created by Mallory, I think it works. And so I'm going to use this. I've been debating whether I'm going to put this on white and have it stand out a lot, or put it on this green stripe and have it be more subtle. I still don't know. But I'm going to go ahead and see if I can emboss these to make them work for what I want. I'm going to mat the photo on a couple layers. And meanwhile, I will try to decide whether I want this to be on the green or the black or the white background. And then I'll be back. I've decided to go with the white background, and there are the numbers that I heat embossed. I'm going to mat the photo in green, and then I found some tape. It's not quite the exact match to the copper in the numbers, but it's close, and it's close enough that I think they look nice together. So I just took a scrap of paper the size that I wanted the mat to be, covered the edges with this metallic tape, and trimmed it, and that will be my second photo mat. So for the numbers, I tried filming it and it didn't work. I don't know what anyway, it did not work, but I just pressed them down into my Versamark ink pad, put them in the copper embossing powder, heated them with the heat tool, and then repeated the process. So I did 2 coats, and that gave me a pretty nice surface. So it's nice to know that you can change those up. And there we go. So next, I am going to make my wax seals. So I light my little tea light candle. And first I did one that was kind of a combination of the green and the copper, and I didn't use that one. I didn't like it. Then I did one that was just green, and I ended up using it. It's not a perfect match to the green in the layout. It's better in person than it is on camera, but it's still not perfect. I might try to do another one. Oops, sorry for that white glare there. I don't know what that was. And then I decided to do a copper heart. So this is kind of maybe more of a rose gold copper, but it's what I had for the melts, and it's really pretty. And I actually made an extra one, and it went on my husband's anniversary card. So I just stir it up to make sure it's melted well. And here's where I remembered, you're supposed to pour this on the little silicone mat. I like to use that little thing as a spatula to get the extra ink or extra wax out. I had a little too much wax on this one. It's got a bigger rim around it than I like, but it doesn't matter. And there we go. So I've got my 2 wax melts for this. And then I decided I wanted just a little bit of mixed media coming out from behind the photo. So I just used my pencil and kind of gave myself an idea of where the photo was going to lie on my page. And that helps me decide where to focus my mixed media. Make sure that I go out far enough beyond the photograph. So I will have links in the description box below for both Ginger's Corner and Sarah's Facebook group called Rediscovering Your Stash, so that I encourage you to go visit both of those and maybe take part in a challenge or a hop that you haven't done something like, if you haven't done something like that before. There's lots of great talent there, and I bet you'll be inspired. So I pulled out this little stencil. It's got diamonds in graduated sizes, and then the other side is dots in graduated sizes. I did not use any rhyme or reason. I am just putting some on there. Then I pulled out a dry gold ink pad. I didn't know it was dry when I pulled it out. But I used it just for a little bit of sparkle and shine, and then I threw it away. I was able to, with enough pressure on my brush, get enough on there to add just a little bit, but it wasn't worth keeping. I'm not sure where I got it. It might have come as a freebie in something that I ordered a while ago, and it has just sat for a long time and didn't get used. And I just added that one mainly top right and bottom left. Sometimes I lined up the triangle or diamonds, sometimes I did not. So now it's time that this is going to get glued down, and I'm only putting adhesive behind the photo. I used some of my tape gun and then a little bit of my liquid glue. I figure between the two of those, it should hold it down. And there we go. Now I'll put the photograph on top. And I really like how this is coming together. I didn't have a lot of stuff that would go with this, certainly not my usual color palette, but I went through, there's a 3-tiered cart that sits right next to me, and it has 2 fridge bins in the top shelf that I keep stickers and all sorts of things like that. And I went through there and I did find some. I found that heart, I found the tab, a little word sticker that says just you and me. And I did one other one I pulled out called This Is Us. In the tab, I just wrote the date, July of 2025. In the bottom right corner, I journaled just that we were married 37 years and in love for 43. And now I'm gluing down the 37. And that'll just be just about it. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm really happy that you're watching. I appreciate my viewers so much. If you haven't subscribed, I would love it if you did. And here's some close-ups coming up soon. I hope you have a great day, and I hope that you get to scrapbook something for yourself very soon. Bye-bye.